One motto that Neil always lives by and that has guided him throughout the years is O'Lelo no eo, he ali'i ka āina, the land is a chief. He kawa ke kanaka, and the man serves the land, is a slave to the land. And that has been something that Neil has always tried to follow.
We feel like, yeah, we have this big, amazing vision. Then when you talk to Neil, like, his vision is like this. It's collective of all our visions. It is this most amazing thing. His overall vision is really based on the sole fact that he is truly a Kamehameha. And when we look at that word, Kamehameha, and what it really means, Kama, the child, Aina, the land. He's a child of the land. That land is what has developed his love and his passion for protecting, preserving, not just the land, but the people that interact with it, the communities that depend on it, and will eventually sustain us into the future. His role now is to help take care of and feed and nourish the land, the Aina. And that is exactly what Uncle Neil is doing.
For his commitment to preserving and sustaining the cultural integrity of land in Hawaii, the Historic Hawaii Foundation is proud to honor Neil Hannis as the 2015 Kamehameha of the Year.
My personal epiphany, I think, came from this place. Here in He'eia on the island of Oahu, I had become the regional manager for lands that included He'eia Fish Pond. And there was great protests by the community, protesting Kamehameha Schools, protesting me as a land manager, saying, what are you doing to this very precious, what we would say, vahipana, this treasured part of our landscape. And I felt the emotional attachment that people had to this place. I felt like, how do we work together with this rather than work against it? We then gave chance or gave opportunity to a new strategy. And the strategy was to engage them and allow them to be caretakers of our land, allow them to be educators of our children, allow them to be perpetuators of our culture, allow them really to be wealth creators.
Neil Hannis has been an extreme supporter of the vision that we have. Papanakuola is basically an educational, Aina-based educational program that brings children, adults, community members out to our site to engage them in what we call a kauhale system of living. It's the interaction of the people that have worked and developed a personal relationship with this space and this land, and knowing how to properly care for it. Being able to share those experiences and that knowledge base with the overall community, so hopefully they can get connected with the places that they live in.
This very place was used as an illegal dump site, but the enduring commitment of our people to really make this place better and to be proper stewards of this place is just inspiring.
Cultural capital, which includes land, for Neil has always been very important. And he has not always found agreement with his superiors. Kamehameha is like a big ship, and he was a little tugboat, always trying to change the path of development and the perspective of land. He has changed the paradigm of how Kamehameha sees land in Hawaii.
When I was 11, we moved back from upstate New York, back to Hawaii, to Makaha.
His family has always been a very, very big part of shaping his values. His cultural values were shaped by his family at first, and then when he went to Kamehameha. Neil and I began school at the same time at Kamehameha in 1963. He was in room 73, I was in room 72. Neil would always be the one who seemed to work the least but get the best grade.
The love just kept growing. And so even while I was at Stanford the first year and she was home, we corresponded, and I just knew that I loved this girl.
At Stanford, we actually taught a class together. We created a course about Hawaiian history, and learning with our peers in this class as we did the research together really fostered a feeling, I think, of injustice, and we have to do something about this. We can't just let it go. We have to go back home.
My first job was to work at Kamehameha Schools, working in our extension education division. My job, day to day, was to kind of go out and work with Hawaiian groups and Hawaiian individuals out in the community. And when it came to managing lands like these, I was kind of on the lookout for where are the Hawaiians who might be here, who might love this place so much that they'd be much better caretakers than a commercial lessee.
My dad was never one of those like, here's the lesson, and you know, this is how this is connected. He was one of those people that tried to provide situations or opportunities for us that would create that lesson for him. I had just started college, and I remember my dad telling me, I want you to be a part of this. I knew nothing about fish ponds, or I didn't even know that this place existed. Going to He'eia Fish Pond for the first time, you fall in love with it because it's just a beautiful landscape. But there is something more, there is something else, there is something, a sense of belonging and connectedness, a sense of almost family. I wanted to stay and do as much as I could to preserve whatever was left.
When our organization first started, the fish pond was completely overrun with invasive species. The walls were dilapidated and not able to hold water, not able to hold fish. And 15 years later, look at it now.
This is actually really important to me because I'm a Hawaiian Studies teacher at Wilson Elementary School, and I know a lot of students in Kahala and even a lot of people, students around Oahu have never seen a fish pond or don't really understand how it works. And so having something like this is really important for future generations so that they can learn and teach their children as well.
The reason these places like He'eia Fish Pond exist in the form that they are today, and the reason that organizations, especially like Pai Pai, exist that care for these places, is because of people like my dad.
He really is our father figure, and he really took care of us and continues to take care of us and continues to look out for the best interests of all of us. So he's Papa Neil.
First as a director and then as our treasurer. He has served our board of directors with a wealth of knowledge and experience, but that knowledge and experience is rooted in his commitment to serve his community, to serve our Hawaiian people, to serve our Lahui.
People are going back to lands at Waipau, in He'eia Fish Pond, in Punalu'u, in Loko'ea Fish Pond on the North Shore, and Ma'u Farms. And you're part of that movement.
Ma'u Organic Farms deal with 100% certified organic farming, from planting to harvesting to washing and to packing and delivering. So we do 100% certified organic, pushing out, I would say, like 1,000 pounds of food every day. We have at least 35 to 40 interns washing and packing. Our delivery we have to do every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
His leadership has extended far beyond his position and far beyond his organization. And the outcomes is stuff like this. We do what we do because he's been one of the great guiding lights.
Good luck to you.
ia ka haloala. Awehi mai nā lehua. Mai ka ho'oku ia ka halawaila. Mahalo e nā akua. Mahalo e nā kupuna laea. Mahalo me ke alohala. Mahalo me ke alohala. Mahalo iā kou. No panic. Go organic.